Hey, what's up? I'm tuning again. I'm back shooting one of these videos, and my subject matter for the day is criticism. If you've noticed, around the week I have been talking about criticism all on my Facebook timeline. And also, if you subscribe to my channel, you will see that my subject matter was also on criticism. The reason is because this is the most important part of our lives, receiving criticism and being able to constructively use it to our advantage. It is hard, especially for us as human beings, because we have this notion that we are perfect. And what it does is, you would think that because we know that we are not perfect, rather, we will be more willing to hear what people have to say about us. But instead, we have these big walls around us that make it hard for people to communicate with us. So, I call them blind spots. There are things about ourselves that we are not aware that, unfortunately, if it is, we have to then get these things externally from people around us, lovers, friendships, partners, whoever. We need to hear these people criticize us. It was Malcolm X who said that without critics, the chances of you being a success are very slim. You know, and it's true. Why? Because criticism, what it allows you to do is chop off all those negative character traits that you have developed or picked up along the way. It helps you chisel your character and become the best version of yourself. Alright? So, I have 3 points that I want to share with you, but before I do, I could not forget this quote by Winston Churchill because it is such an integral part of my message. He said that criticism may not be agreeable, however, it is necessary. It is like pain in the body. It brings to the forefront things that are unhealthy about ourselves. So here's my 3 points, and I hope it. The reason I want to share this with you is because I want you, yes you, I want you to make it. The first point is this: be willing to hear criticism. Like I said, we're not perfect. And so you have to be willing to hear what somebody has to say about you, whether you like it or not. And that means mastering the courage to sit there and take it and not have to hyperventilate, you know, because somebody's saying something bad about you. No, master the guts. Sit there politely and accept what they're saying to you. And thank them politely afterwards. Go home, sit down by yourself and reflect. Was what they said proper? Is it true? Does it have some truth in it? If it doesn't, fine. Discard it, accept it, discard it, and move away from it. But if it does, begin to work on yourself. Second point is put your ego aside. You know, the problem with us is that we have this ego that makes it so difficult for people to want to open up to us. You know, with these walls, we are so dismissive, we're so protective of ourselves. But I want to say to you, there is nothing to protect yourself from. There is nothing to fear. Of course, I know that everybody that criticizes does not have good intentions. However, when you block yourself out from hearing those people that want to criticize you or are criticizing you, unfortunately, you're also blocking out those people who care about you. Those people that do want to constructively say some positive things about you. And when you open up yourself, they are most free to tell you what is wrong about you. So put your ego aside. The only thing it's doing is blocking those people that care about you to say those things that they want to say to you. Third point is listen. And this is one thing that I have applied in my own personal life. Seek criticism rather than wait for it to come. And here's why. You see, it's hard to take criticism, especially when people are saying it and it sounds so negative and you feel like they're just attacking you. But when you go seeking for it, when you go to those people that you know care about you, I know that you can't just go to anyone, not everybody has your best interest at heart, but when you go to those people that care about you, they can, and you say to them, look here man, how am I coming across? How am I behaving? Are there some negative character traits that I've developed along the way? Are there some habits that I need to let go? Is there some manner that I'm carrying myself that I'm coming across into the world that are negative about me? And then what it allows them to do is those people that have been wanting to say things about you, that have been afraid because they are afraid of the friction that may come along as they try to say these things to you, finally they can be like, oh, thank you, because now I can talk to you. And they can tell you that, look here man, this is what's wrong about you, this is why you've been behaving. And because you are open to it, you more than feel the need to defend yourself. Unlike when they just come and tell you these things, then it feels like, oh my goodness, that resistance again and that fight. But when you're open, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt as equal as it would had they just come by their own volition. When you go for it, it's so much easier to receive it. So listen, I hope you get my 3 points. Number 1, be willing to take it. Number 2, put your ego aside. Number 3, go seek for it. It's easier to accept it when you go seek for it than when it comes by its own volition. Like I said, LeBron James said that I love criticism. Why? Because it makes you stronger. So go out there, get your criticism and constructively interpret it. Cheers, and I'll catch you on the next video.